So one of my favorite. This is a this is a drill, but I do this also in sparring. All right. So if I go standard ashi, right? I think I mentioned this to most of y'all. I'm facing towards the outside. I've got the same side. My heel is on center line, and I'm using my knee as much as I can to cover this foot, all right? There's personal preferences with people like hooking this leg. This is something some people do. I find you have a lot better control if you hook the other leg and cover this, because you can almost think of this as like a knee shield. So it's gonna make it harder for him to come up. It's not that he can't, but so one of his defenses, if I don't do this, is to push this down, right, and step over. So I can bait him if I feel like I'm not getting this, all right? So if I am attacking this leg lock and he starts to push this down, I am gonna scoop up his other leg and shoot this through, and now I'm on the other side. And then I'm just gonna fall to this side. So if he pushes that down, I shoot that through, and I fall back to my first side. Eventually, he's gonna get tired, or he's gonna find I'm gonna get to the point where I've locked it in so tight that he's not gonna be able to do that anymore. People get really frustrated when this happens because they're like, how did he get both my ankles? And how do I stand up from here? All right. As I've done this, I'll upgrade my grip from my same side to a cross side, and then it's really hard for him to switch, right? And that's just gonna look like coming up here and doing that, and then it's a lot more difficult for him. We're not gonna worry about that part right now, but so just pick a side to start with. Normally, I am a fan of only drilling one side. This is a pedagogical tool that I've taken from the Filipino arts. But the idea is that if you have 100 hours to drill something, you can spend 50 hours doing the left side and 50 hours on the right side, but then you're 50% as good as you would have been on either side. Where I'd rather be able to know that I'm gonna kill somebody with this move on one side no matter what. And the funny thing about the way that your brain is wired is that if you have ingrained those movement patterns so well on, let's say, your right side, that when you go to do them on your left side actually has a complete template on the right side to copy. And so it doesn't have to build both templates from scratch simultaneously. Does that make sense? So I am a big fan of drilling on one. I still only drill like arm bars on one side after 15 years. I hit arm bars on both sides, but I still only drill them on one. All right. So anyway, real quick with some of these mechanics, what I want y'all thinking about. Got my knee on the floor. My other knee covers this up. I can be on my elbow. Right now, I'm just patting myself on the stomach. If you can get higher, that's fine. But do not have space between his toes and your shoulder, or her toes and your shoulder, or whatever that combination is. All right. So when I get here, yeah, I'm gonna I can use this foot and the shin to push back until I feel James in the back of my shoulder, okay? Usually when that happens, that means that the flat part of my wrist bone is sort of coming diagonally across the base of his Achilles here, which is not great. You'll notice that this also is not coming across at a 90-degree angle. It's this weird, what is that, like a 30, 60, depending on what side of the triangle you're on. But what ends up happening is, to finish this, I'm gonna go from my elbow to my shoulder, I don't want to fall here, right? I'm going to pop my elbow back and put my shoulder down where my elbow was. And what that does is it's wrapping his foot around my ribs while it also pushes it down. So I get two directions of force as opposed to just the one. Anytime you can build multiple vectors, it's infinitely more successful. So once I get here, if I stay looking at him, my body's gonna stay hollow. So even if I really pull, it's gonna not be great, but I'm not gonna have the mechanics I would have if I look backwards. It's gonna start to arch.
Hey Ben, for those of us who have really fat arms,
Yeah.
How do we swim our hand underneath and get that arm all the way around? I feel like I
You
get
stab him in the neck. Yeah. So once I'm here, usually that's part of the drill we just did, right? He's stuck. I'm using my legs. So if I need to make a little bit of space here and hug, I don't even have to get super deep, right? Because what's really doing this is the fact that I'm basically toe holding him with my armpit, all right? This is just providing a fulcrum for this to snap over, right? So I don't have to get the super deep grip. I know that's really counterintuitive to what most people say about straight ankle locks, but you just need to be able to put the pressure here, and then once I lay down, and then look backwards, I feel like it looks like I'm not doing anything, but
you're about to break my foot.
I'm about to break his foot.
If it's a little sore.
Yeah. So it'll just be. Okay. Let's grab our partner and let's just switch side to side, right? I'm sorry, let me do the switch one more time. So as he pushes that foot down, I'm gonna scoop his foot. The foot that was on the inside, I'm gonna kick that out. I kick the other one out a little bit and then bring the knee back in so he can't slide in, all right? And then the foot that's on the outside, you just step on the heel. I'm gonna keep this one, but then I'm gonna roll this way. He's gonna push that down. I'm gonna kick that straight, bring this in, step, roll to this side, all right? All right. Yay.